So I just took a 3-hour drive down from where I lived to Indiana Beach in the middle of some cornfields located in Monticello, Indiana. And when I say in the middle of some cornfields, literally in the middle of nowhere, I really mean it. This park looks absolutely beautiful. On the boardwalk with the lake behind it, it just looks amazing. Indiana Beach is home to 7 roller coasters, including the new for 2024 All-American Triple Loop. Unfortunately, when I went, the Zyklon Galaxy Cyclone was closed, so I was unable to ride it. So I didn't park in the actual parking lot. I parked down the road in a grass parking lot, and it was completely free, which was very nice. General admission wasn't too pricey. It was $40 a person for an adult and $38 for kids. So after getting into the park, the first ride I went on was the new Schwarzkopf All-American Triple Loop. And it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. They had just replaced their over-the-shoulder restraints with their new lap bar restraints, and it was enjoyable for me. I did not get the luxury of riding it with the over-the-shoulders, so I don't know what that feels like. So let me know in the comments if you were able to ride it with the over-the-shoulders. I've heard that it doesn't feel very pleasant. The ride was shaky in some parts, which is to be expected considering how old it is. It originally opened at Sunway Lagoon in Malaysia as Triple Loop back in 1997. Indiana Beach is All-American Triple Loop's 4th park location. It was shocking to me how loud it was when they turned on the booster wheel lift hill. It sounds like a jet. I couldn't help but to laugh. It was pretty hilarious. All-American Triple Loop sends you around 3,300 feet of track and drops you at 100 feet at 53 miles per hour and send you around 3 loops at 5.6 Gs. In case you Great America fans were wondering what happened to King Cass, it's actually sitting at Indiana Beach behind the All-American Triple Loop. So the next ride I went on was Steel Hog, the SNS El Loco coaster. Opening on July 5th, 2008, this ride stands at 96 feet with a 111-degree angle drop and sends you 41 miles per hour. Steel Hog also features a chain lift hill, a dive loop, and an inline twist. The ride, in my personal opinion, wasn't too shaky or anything. The best part of the ride, in my opinion, is that drop. I wasn't expecting it to be that steep, and it's pretty cool. Overall, it is a decent ride and probably one of the better rides there. The next coaster I went on was the Hoosier Hurricane. Opening back in May 27th, 1994, this coaster is their longest wooden coaster there. Hoosier Hurricane sends you across 2,800 feet of track and has a max height of 77 feet, reaching top speeds of 51 miles per hour. For me, this ride wasn't too exciting. I didn't get a whole lot of airtime on this ride, if any at all, if I remember correctly. The coolest part of this ride was the fact that it goes over the lake and it looks pretty neat. It is pretty much just your typical wooden coaster. It doesn't do anything special and is very shaky. The next coaster I rode is another CCI, Cornball Express. This coaster is themed to flaming corn and sends you across 2,100 feet of track with a max height of 55 feet, reaching top speeds of 45 miles per hour. This attraction features many airtime hills. And let me tell you, you really fly out of your seat. It is pretty insane. I was not expecting it. Cornball Express is probably my favorite coaster at this park, although this is another shaky ride. The 5th coaster I got to ride was their Schwarzkopf Jetstar Tiger, or Tigger. I'm not really 100% sure how to pronounce that. The only other coaster I rode similar to this is Whizzer at Six Flags Great America, but that one features a spiral lift hill, and this one features a vertical lift. Another unique thing about Tiger is that it only features one car to allow you to fly around the twists and turns. This coaster opened back in 1984 and sends you across 1,700 feet of track with a max height of 44 feet, reaching top speeds of 31 miles per hour. For how old it is, this ride is incredibly smooth, and you take those turns super fast. It's a lot of fun. The 6th and final coaster I rode is a bit of a weird one. It's called the Lost Coaster of Superstition Mountain. It reminds me of a Wild Mouse, but it's a Woody. And it throws you around in the car, and it's a lot of fun. Another cool thing about it is it has an elevator lift, and it makes for some funny moments while waiting for the ride to go. Add some suspense to it. This CCI opened back on June 8th, 2002. You experience 14,000 feet of track with a max height of 35 feet reaching top speeds of 20 miles per hour as you weave in and out of the mountain, going across bumps and curves and twists. Overall, for me, this coaster ranks number 2 for this park, behind Cornball Express, and above All American Triple Loop. Some of the notable flat rides are Water Swings, which is a swing ride that soars you over the water, and it kind of like, when you spin around, it kind of like, it makes you feel like you almost hit the people in front of you, and it's kind of scary, to be honest. They only give you like a little lap bar that you can easily take off. The Falling Star, which moves you around in a circular motion up in the air, and that one I recommend riding by yourself. It's like a seat of 2. I recommend riding by yourself because when you go, it kind of like flings you around, and if you're by yourself, you kind of slide around. And I also recommend putting your hands up and not holding on because you really kind of like fly up out of your seat a little bit, and it's kind of fun. The Super Bob Music Express by Mock Rides is another fun one. It spins you around really fast in circles and plays music really loud. And the music, by the way, is they actually play some good music. And then halfway through the ride, they start making you go around the circle backwards, which is a lot of fun. A couple other rides that I didn't get a chance to ride that I would recommend riding: Den of the Lost Thieves, which is a dark ride themed to pirates. And then there is a haunted castle, Dr. Frankenstein's castle, but there's an upcharge for that one. I think it was like $350 or something. Didn't get a chance to ride that either. And then the double shot drop tower, that was closed when I was there, so also didn't get a chance to ride that one. And Rocky's Rapids Log Flume, I didn't get a chance to ride. The giant gondola wheel, which is their Ferris wheel they have there, is a great ride to get a good view of the park, and also gives a great view of the lake around the park. It looks beautiful up there. Same with the Sky Ride. It takes you from one half of the park to the other half, and you get a good view of the park and the layout of everything. They did have a ferry boat on the lake with specific times that you're able to board it. I think it just gives you a tour around the lake there. I didn't ride that one, but I do believe that it does not have an upcharge for that. So if anybody's interested going there, you can ride that one for free. There's just specific times that they do it. If you've noticed from the footage I recorded, they do have a water park that I did not do, mainly because I just wasn't really interested. I was mostly there just for the roller coasters for the most part, but doesn't look all that interesting to me, and I probably wouldn't go there. I did eat some food there. I didn't get a chance to try the tacos that I hear people talking about online, but I did have the Philly cheesesteak, which was very good, and I also had the mozzarella sticks, which was also pretty good. Just a little bit too salty for me though, but they weren't bad. For you corn on the cob lovers, they do have grilled corn that you can buy as well there. I didn't try it, but it looked good from what I saw. Then before I left, I had to try their deep fried Snickers. I prefer the deep fried Oreos after trying the Snickers, but I had never tried a deep fried Snicker before, and yeah, it was pretty good though. The pricing and everything, it wasn't terrible. I've seen a lot worse. Like, I'm talking to you, Six Flags. Everybody there was friendly, especially the guy that commented on my Pizza Planet shirt. That was pretty fun. But there was one guy when I was in line for the All American Triple Loop for the second time. He had his kid in line and they were too short, and somebody had checked another kid ahead of him, and they weren't able to ride it. So this guy got really pissed and wanted them to check their kid right now. So they did, and he was too short, and this guy was getting really angry. And I just want to say, like, they have these restrictions for heights for a reason, and that's not a reason to get upset with the employees. They're just doing their job. And the guy was trying to say that, oh, there was no height limit at the front to let him know that what the limit was, but there was one, and he was in the wrong. So just pay attention to that if you have kids. Just know that there is a height limit for a reason, and it's for everybody's safety and your kids' safety. Overall, I very much enjoyed my time at this park. I love the location on the lake, and it is a very unique park. And it's kind of crazy how it is just in the middle of nowhere. It's gotta be one of America's most unique parks there are. The coasters there weren't really anything too special. I did like I said, my top 3 was Cornball Express, the Lost Coaster of Superstition Mountain, and then the All-American Tripper Loop. I don't think I could see myself returning to this park again unless they added something new. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thank you, and have a good day.